If you got a board interview in a week, a month, or even a year, would you be ready? Would you be able to walk into that interview prepared to answer the questions better than anyone else and make sure you get that precious board role? If your answer to those questions is no, or I'm not sure, then this video is for you. I'm going to share my 5-point framework for acing board interviews. My name is Gillian Alcock, and a few years ago, I was a senior professional working in finance. Now I sit on the boards of 4 publicly listed companies, and I have a portfolio-led career, which means my main occupation is being a board director. My goal is to help other people who are looking to gain non-executive director roles, especially those who are looking for their first paid role. My 5-point framework for acing board interviews is called PIPPA. The first point of the framework is prepare. It's important that you've thoroughly researched the company that you're going to interview with, that you do that by looking at what the company has published, whether that's annual reports or videos on its website or blogs. You do that by also looking at what other people have written about the company, what analysts have written, consultants, management consultants, for instance, what articles are out there about the company, and doing in-depth research based on not just what the companies are facing, but what the industry it's operating is facing as well. And this helps to give you a picture of what the challenges are that the company has and what its opportunities are as well. So you want to look at both some of the recent activity around the company, whether it's had a management change or maybe launched a new product, and also some of the longer term trends that may be affecting the company and its industry, both in terms of challenges and opportunities. And the main point of this research is to help you with the second point of the framework, which is to help you to get inside the mind of the board. And what you want to do here is to really try to start to think like a board member. What is this company facing? What are the challenges that it has? What are the opportunities? What is the management team likely to be struggling with? What is it likely that board members and the management team and the senior executives of the company are thinking about and wondering about and facing each day? You want to be able to start to think in those terms. So once you get inside the mind of the board, or do your best to do so, then you can move on to point 3 of the framework, which is practice your Q&A. And here my advice is to create a list of questions that you're likely to receive from the board during your interview. Think of strong answers to those questions, and then write those questions down, and then practice those questions over and over again until you can answer them well. And you can practice by yourself, you can practice in front of a mirror, you can practice with a friend or a colleague or coach, but it's important to practice those questions. And in addition to the questions that you have prepared that you would be asked to answer, you should have some questions that you have prepared for the board that show the thought that you've put into the interview, that show the preparations you have done, that show that you've started to think like a board member, and that can come out in the questions that you ask them. Now, there are 2 more points to come, but please leave a comment either now or at the end of the video to let me know what you think about the PIPPA framework. So the 4th point of the framework is practice again. So once you have prepared the questions and practiced them either on your own or in a mock interview setting with someone else, you'll find that certain things come up. You may not like the way you've answered certain questions. So you should refine them, refine the answers to your questions, maybe add a few questions that may have come up during your practicing. And at this point, in addition to the substance of your answers, you should also be thinking about how they come across and how you are coming across. Are you smiling, or do you have a weird frowny expression on your face? Are you answering the questions fluently? Are you doing them with poise? Are you answering them with confidence and with clarity? And are you speaking at the right pace? Are you going too fast and answering your question too quickly? Or are you actually doing the opposite and going too slowly and making people wonder if you know what you're talking about? So these are things you want to refine and practice over and over again, and have your interview coach or your interview partner, whoever's working with you, to help you to give you feedback on those finer points that could really make a difference in an interview. The final point of the PIPPA framework is attitude. And it's important to have the right attitude when you're in a board interview. And it's a fine balance. You want to be confident but not arrogant. You want to be relaxed but still professional. You want to appear enthusiastic but not desperate. So you really want to get your attitude right. And there are many other points that can be mentioned in this attitude section. When you walk into an interview, you want to come across like you are already a board colleague, you're already thinking like a board member, but without being presumptuous either. So there's quite a fine balance that you have to be able to strike. Now, during my explanation of the PIPPA framework, I mentioned that you'd want to have questions that you have prepared to answer, common questions that often come up in board interviews. You also want to have questions that you would ask the board that make you come across in the right way, and that you may also want to have someone to practice your interview with, to do some mock interviewing. Now, I can help you in both of these areas. So if you look at my resources page, you'll see that there's a list of questions that I've prepared, both questions that you should prepare to answer and questions that you should ask the board. There's also a link on the resources page to a board interview readiness checklist, which is free, and other resources that can help you as you search for non-executive director roles. In addition, if you are interested in one-on-one coaching and mock interview practice, that's something I can help you with as well. So you can also find a link to that on the resources page or on my website, which is boardinterview.com. In the description to this video, you'll find a link to my resources page. So check out the resources page if you're looking for help as you search for non-executive director roles. Also, please subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more information and more videos like this from me. I post guidance about finding board interviews, how to prepare for them, and how to interview well.